Hey everyone, how's it going? Sorry that I was a little delayed tonight. Had an update with Twitch and logged me out. Couldn't remember the password. You know how this goes. Same old story. And then there was a new. I know, had to wait 4 whole minutes. Sorry about that. But welcome back to another episode. It's 4 minutes and 2 days, right? Extra wait time. Delaying it every bit. Um, so we're taking a look at some new updates here. I'm not even sure if I have my save game wiped or not. We'll see that. We'll see how that goes. So basically, the new thing now, the big thing now, is that with Guildmaster, you can now play uh, multiplayer anytime. So even my campaign I've been running, even if you started off solo and you've been playing solo, you can now invite friends and play along. It's pretty exciting. We'll jump back into RC. No. Oh, okay. So it said it couldn't jump into the scenario, but it's going to take me back to the map. Okay. I think this is my character still. So I think I was maybe in the middle or had just started a dungeon. So I guess that's better than a full wipe for sure. Um, so I've got quite a few areas available to me. Ooh, what's this down here? Traveling. Wow. So one of the things I know that they've talked about is that there are definitely some new enemies. There's even a new character you can unlock. Um, but I haven't even. I mean, I'm sure that I have not even scratched the surface in terms of what I can do or what I am going to be able to do. I'm just kind of doing some jobs around town, around the countryside. I've got another. So yeah, there is a new character. It is the music sign, the quarter notes, 2 quarter notes, sign, and I have a feeling, I'm guessing, I've not seen this, so I have no spoilers that I'm gonna be revealing, but I'm assuming it's maybe a bard character of some type. Um, and you get it by strengthen, blessing, or healing an ally 40 times. There's no I in Mercenary Guild. So I'm assuming it's like a support class bard type character. Um, haven't seen any of this stuff yet so far, so I have not unlocked that character in the real game, the physical game that I'm playing virtually. Um, but it looks like there'll be some new stuff we can do. There's also a ton of achievements that have been unlocked now, where you can get um, some achievements based on special things that each class can do. So, for example, if the Tinkerer heals an ally 50 times, you get a reward of a perk point, which is pretty amazing. That those perks can be really powerful. They can add and modify your modifier deck, but then they can also some of them have extra things like, for example, the brute has the ability to uh, not have to add any negative modifier cards by wearing the heaviest armor possible. So there's a lot of really great perks that are mostly modifier related, but they have some huge benefits anyway. So this is definitely going to incentivize me to want to work towards some of these with my characters. And so I'm going to try to figure out what I should be mindful of once I figure out what I'm doing. I do have 54 gold, but I think at this point I've gotten I've gotten to where my main characters kind of have everything handed out or dispersed in terms of items I have currently. So Craigheart's definitely done. The only thing I'm waiting on him for him is possibly a second a second hand item, a one-handed weapon preferably. I'm just not a huge fan of the dagger for him. Um, Poison's great, but I think I maybe get something better. The Spellweaver is definitely. I mean, she could use possibly the Amulet of Life, but it's just a heal oneself action. It does untap when you long rest, um, but I'm just not sure. She definitely is kind of not a she's not a frontline character, but maybe it's kind of so that the frontline characters can not have to worry about wasting their heals on themselves. But I'm not. I don't know. I'm just not convinced. She also could use some shoes, but I'm not really sure I want to buy some winged shoes or not. Kind of on the fence about that. Um, I mean, she does have some really far movement, but the idea of using wing shoes is usually to jump over enemies behind them, and I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know. She's got the cloak of invisibility, so maybe she'd be good at it. But she's already ranged, so she has kind of a doesn't really have a need to necessarily maneuver a lot on the battlefield. But maybe I'll see something that maybe I can do with that later. The scoundrel is probably my least equipped character, but I think it's because I didn't have her in originally. I subbed out. Um, I believe it was the Mind Thief, because that Mind Thief is the highest level character. So she's standing out for right now, and I've got some items that definitely I could buy. I mean, she could use some healing because she is on the front lines a lot. Yeah, maybe I will buy that for her. So we've got the Amulet of Life for her. Now that's bound to her. I do have the ability to get a hand item, which, of course, the Poison Dagger would be pretty useful for her as well. And since I did add her on this last quest, this is kind of like her shopping spree. I think I'm pretty much out of items, but there really isn't any other hand items I could use for her right now. And then the second item is locked until she gets to level 3. So right now she's. I mean, the only thing I could do is buy some winged shoes. That's a possibility. She might be good to have winged shoes simply because eventually, because she does have big movement cards and she also needs to get up close, and often she's blocked by allies or other enemies, and so dropping over behind the lines might be a good thing for her to be able to do once in a while. And with a Tinkerer, again, fully equipped at this point, so I might just end up needing maybe one more item for the Scoundrel out of everybody, and we'll be set. I think eventually I might sub out the Scoundrel for the Brute, who's also level 1. I'm going to try to keep everybody at kind of a minimal distance, or about a balance, somewhat balanced in terms of levels. Okay. So we've got Unholy Experiments, a group of bandits. Local group of bandits have got access to forbidden knowledge. They've been summoning the undead in a local crypt. They must be removed before they get too powerful. Okay. Thankfully, we don't have any. Shadow armor. When you're attacked, when you're damaged by an attack targeting you, suffer no damage. But that's just a one-time thing, right? Maybe that might be something good for the Brute when I bring him out eventually. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and go for that one. It's a 20 gold bonus too. Necromancy was always the reserve of the rich and powerful, but lately more of this arcane technology is getting into the hands of common criminals. Venture into the crypt and shut it down. Shut this operation down. All right. So one thing I want to take a look at when I jump into the scenario is, and I'll show you all how easy it is to just. What I really love is that this studio. I'm not exactly sure what their experience is. I haven't really studied their history, but Flaming Fowl Studios, the thing that I really love is they really know what gamers would want, right? In terms of everything from the user interface, the controls. I feel everything's pretty easy. And even some of the things that are a little clunkier, like the fact that you have to sometimes click multiple times or confirm multiple times in an action. I mean, these things are all absolutely necessary in order to really be able to micromanage a board game, right? Like you have to decide, am I going to end my movement here or am I going to keep going, right? Um, but one of the things I love is just how easy it is to jump into a multiplayer game or create a multiplayer game in this game. And I think it's amazing how much easier it is to set up than most games I've seen. And I kind of wish now that all games were a little bit like this. So let me get past this intro credit here. The bandits send the undead forward. The bandits send the undead forward, but there aren't enough of them to worry you. Okay, so it looks like the undead's kind of got a lead position here. So if you want to do a multiplayer game, you just hit escape, and then you can obviously continue the game. If you want to go into a multiplayer game, you have a friend who shows up and you're like, hey, I want to show you how to play some Gloomhaven. So you just click the multiplayer button, then you're going to host a session, and it starts up that quickly. And at this point, I've got all 4 of my different characters here. Right now, I'm controlling them all, but as soon as somebody joins in my game, then guess what? I've got a way for them to jump in. On top of that, I've got my code here, which I can either give that to people, and then in the main menu, they can just jump in by joining, or I can literally click friends in Steam and invite them, anybody on my friends list, and then they'll just jump right into my game. Then once they're in, I just make sure that I give them control of whichever character I want or multiple characters. Like, if you're going to play with 2 players, I suggest dividing up the characters unless one person's really new, then you might just give them one and you control the other 3. I'm playing a game where I'm playing with 3 people and one person's controlling 2, because they wanted to test out. They're new, but they wanted to test out 2 characters instead of just one, and that's been a lot of fun too. So that is kind of what we're looking at. So we're gonna pick a little bit. I think one of the things I'm going to try to do is get this living corpse kind of clogging up the way for anybody else to move forward past him. So I definitely need to do. Did I have a disarm? Hmm. I could have sworn I had a disarm ability, but maybe I'm wrong. Well, you know, let's be honest. Craigheart's probably not going to go first, so we'll go first probably with the Tinkerer, at least early, and he'll definitely come up. Actually, he doesn't even need to move from where he's at. He can stay where he is and stun shot the living corpse, and then we'll make sure to go really early by using the Energizing Tonic. The Energizing Tonic is a great card, not because it has 2 great abilities, because they're burn abilities and you don't want to use them till the end, but it's great because it's early. It's an early card that lets you have an early initiative for the Tinkerer, but you can just basically use it for its early number. And that's pretty much it until you get to the end room where you can burn it for its awesome heal or awesome move. So really, I think it's a useful card just as a basic card. And then when you get to the point where you want to burn it, it'll be even better, right? So I'm going to. I think I'm going to try to move up with Craigheart and take out the old archers. So really, the only thing they're going to be able to hit me, or she is going to be the only thing that's going to be able to hit me. And then we'll have the old Spellweaver. There's not much really she can do with the bottom half of her card, except move. She also has a bottom attack and a bottom heal, but nobody's hurt, and nobody's close enough for me to attack, so we will just... Flashing Burst is already pretty early, so I think I'll just go with that as my leading card, and then my other card is just to have something to play for the basic movement. Now, the Scoundrel is going to be interesting because Craigheart Well, no, everybody's going to be able to attack range, so this is okay for the scoundrel to get up there and attack. But the question is, so I need a pretty big move to do that. So let's use flanking strike because it's got a big move and it allows her to move up there. It's got a big move and an early initiative. That's what I was trying to say. Singled out is pretty good. It's a good basic attack. It's even better if they're allies adjacent, but I'm not going to get that. But let's poison because he's got quite a few hit points. It's a good opening move. Okay. So here is the problem. I turned on multiplayer, so you have to make sure that because I'm waiting for people to join, I'm going to go ahead and end session. And that's all you have to do is click end session and you're right back to single player game. You can either do that by going to the menu and ending session or clicking the end session button up at the top. So now I'm just ready to play. That whole time, somebody could have just joined in, but that's okay. That's what I love about the multiplayer. I think eventually, just having random people come in, this would be a great game for that because there's really not. I mean, I guess you could have somebody who chooses not to make moves, but that's not much fun. All right, so we will start with our move 5, get up here. Now this automatically, because of this obstacle here, keeps the bandit guard from moving up and attacking anybody, and really the living bones, but I don't think he's going to move close enough anyway. And we'll go ahead and start poisoning. The Venom Shiv. Now, I do know that the Living Bones Elite is going to go before my other characters and then the Bandit Archer. But thankfully, the Living Corpse will not be able to go because he's got a big attack, but I think my Tinker is going to be able to go right now from where he is and just go ahead and get that stun going. So he was poisoned, so it led to 2 damage, and I don't need to move at this point because I think he's in a good position. Well, we'll move up 1 space just in case. All right. So now like I said, the Living Bones is kind of trapped anyway. He wouldn't have been able to move far enough down. We aren't close enough yet. So we're going to have to move a little closer in order to... but this is a good question. What is he doing again? Attacking from range 3. Okay. So I think I'll have her move up a little closer. And then she'll use her Flashing Burst. Good damage. So that means Craigheart will probably be able to finish. So that was the damage I knew I was probably going to take. Oh, okay. So I didn't even think about this. I guess the one way that the Bandit Guard could move down is if he moves onto a trap, but I guess I thought they would avoid traps. Huh. Interesting. Well, I guess I don't really mind that it damaged itself to move down, but now the Scoundrel definitely needs healed. So we're going to move up just a little bit. And then we're going to hopefully finish off the Archer with our Crater attack here. No need to drink the power potion. That should just be a straight up kill. Okay. Well, we didn't get everybody trapped behind the living corpse like we wanted, but we do at least have... I hopefully have the ability to control the Bandit Guard somehow. I can definitely switch places with the Scoundrel. So thankfully, the Scoundrel is in the front lines because usually if she goes first, She could hit, move back, let Craigheart move in, and then everybody's going to take some damage with Rumbling Advance. And then I've got an Avalanche Attack that'll hit them pretty hard too. So we'll just have to make sure that the rogue goes first. So we'll do a big move 6 just to get out of there. Then I just need to do a big attack. So we'll do a single out attack because I'll get extra damage since the guard is next to one of my allies. Then I'll move out. Now the question is, what's the Tinkerer going to do? There's no more crowd control really. I could immobilize him. Let's do a shield. We'll see if that helps out everybody a little bit. And then we'll try to do a big attack. I was going to use the hook gun to pull somebody into the trap, but now I don't need to. So we'll do maybe... Yeah, we'll do a heal. It's not sexy, to shield and heal, but the Tinker is kind of my support character right now. 3, 4. So if I go late enough, I could do the Impaling Eruption, and the bone should be down close enough to maybe take a hit. So we'll go late, and then we'll shoot a heal also for the Scoundrel. So now I've got 2 heals coming for the Scoundrel. That's what I like, is that the Tinker and the Spellweaver can kind of work together to really mitigate a lot of damage. So all of my characters are going except for the Spellweaver, which I wanted. The Bandit Guard's going to attack for 4, so we want to make sure we've got him under control. So we're definitely going to hit hard with this first one. Yeah. And this is not a burn card either, so we should be doing 5 damage. 4 with a shield. I could poison. I might as well. No harm in it. All right. So 5 damage. And he's poisoned, set up for the next attack. Then we move her back. And I want to keep her adjacent to the Tinker, so she'll also get the bonus of the shield. We'll just skip the rest of her movement. The Tinker, of course, now shields everybody adjacent. So now the Craigheart, who's going to step up and tank, we'll have some extra shielding, and then we'll get the Scoundrel with our first heal. Now she's back up, only missing 2 hit points, and I think the Spellweaver will take care of the rest of that. All right, so this is the cool part. Although the Tinkerer is going to take a little bit of a hit from this, I'm going to move Craigheart up. Craigheart has a lot of abilities. Oh, the Spellweaver is also. So Craigheart has a lot of abilities that hurt people nearby, even if they're allies or enemies. But the good thing about this is, maybe I will... Well, I guess I have to do it now. I guess I could have just done a normal move. But it does hit everybody and kills the elite guard, so I don't have to worry about his big attack now. So my other 2 characters did take 1 hit, but that's not too bad. And so now I can do a 4 attack against the living corpse. Hopefully I'm not going to kill him, but I guess killing him is better than taking 4 damage. Maybe. Okay. Well, I'm going to take a pretty big hit, but let's... So at this point, I don't want to use my Impaling Eruption because that's a lot of wasted damage. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Mana Bolt with the light that I created last round to hit this guy, and I can pierce the shields. It does seem like a good idea. This is an elite guy here. So I'm going to go ahead and pierce the shield, so I'll ignore the shields and do some extra damage. Why not? Nice. Big hit. Oh, but that was my heal. Oh, that's okay. I had to kind of switch it up. Okay, so she can move 4. Craigheart will take the hit, so I'll go ahead and move there and get the gold. So Craigheart is going to negate the damage completely because of the shield and the armor. But now the second time he gets hit, he's only going to negate 1. Man, that's 3 hits. That's crazy. So that's all the armor right there. But I only took 2 hits, so it's not too bad of a trade-off. Yeah, you really can make the tanks powerful once you get that perk that takes away the, you can wear any armor you want and you don't have any negative cards in your modifier deck. Okay, so we want to do some kind of Malay Attack. Okay, let's do this. We'll use the obstacle that's adjacent to me and attack all enemies adjacent to the obstacle. Oh, I've got to throw it within 4, and then it's going to hit everybody, all of my enemies adjacent there. Okay, that's good. And then we'll use Earthen Claw just as a little bit of a heal for somebody. All right. I don't know if I have any more healing with the Spellweaver, but I do have an attack. Unfortunately, she's only range, so I mean, that's just the way it's going to be. They may be at disadvantage. It's all right. So see, this might be a good time for the Scoundrel to have some kind of jump ability, but I also could use Swift Bow. And then we'll kind of just use Smoke Bomb to attack, or to actually throwing knives maybe, to go early in the initiative. Now the Tinkerer, here's the one with the big heals, or at least some heals. So we'll try to get the heals going. I think that's the only one I have. Okay. Oh, well, we can use Toxic Bolt. Oh, no, that's a bottom, or that's a lost card. Well, we probably won't use it then. We'll just use Toxic Bolt as the initiative starter. Not do anything with the bottom, and then with the top do a heal on somebody. Maybe I will use. So I'm instead of going the early initiative, I think I'm gonna go the later one, and then that way probably Craigheart or the Spellweaver will get hit by the living bones unless they can take him out first, which they might be able to. I guess we'll see. All right. Yeah, and then she's got Swift Bow, so probably he's gonna die. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So then she's just gonna move up. Cragheart's not gonna get that big obstacle out of the way, but that's okay. We'll move up and grab the gold. All right. So the person who's hurting the most is the Scoundrel, so we'll get her healed up. Well, Cragheart and everybody's only missing 1 hit point, but we'll get Cragheart healed up first since he's usually tanking. And then we'll just move the Tinker up a little bit. Looks like we've got 2 rooms, so it's a pretty big, pretty long dungeon. So we got to try to move up here and get the room open. So we'll go with Massive Boulder. And Dirt Tornado, I guess. We've only got 2 cards for the Spellweaver. Don't have a lot of big movement left with the Scoundrel. We've got Ink Bomb to move pretty fast with. All right. Definitely mixed it up with the ability cards. I've noticed. Not the usual cards I remember, but that's okay. It's kind of forcing me to. Oh, I didn't even know I did quick hands. That's definitely a good way to. Man, that sucks that she went first though, because now she's stuck, and I'm not going to be able to move anywhere no matter what. So I think she's just stuck there. So here you go. Already seeing how the wing boots might be better for her. All right, we're going to go back this way. Have the Tinkerer. This is always the hardest part of the game, is dealing with the kind of mindless movement. I mean, I could move into the doorway and open the door, but he's the last one to go. Let's see. All right, so we're opening the door. Looks like Sentient Growth might be our best bet. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try Backup Ammunition, Sentient Growth. If there's no one really close enough to hit, I may just go ahead and set up my Backup Ammunition. I'm definitely going to have the Spellweaver just go ahead and do a long rest, since she's already kind of there in front of the door. The Scoundrel, on the other hand, man, she could use a long rest too, so maybe we'll go ahead and do that. The Tinkerer is definitely not ready to long rest. So we'll use a Proximity Mine to move 4. And then an Enhancement Field, maybe, to do a big attack. See how this goes. Okay, so Tinker's going first. I don't think I need the winged shoes. So I can hit somebody at a range of 3. So this guy's shielding and retaliating. This guy's move 5 and attack. So I'm going to move back. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my enhancement field. Dang it. I was so stupid. I just sped right through that. I should have used my weighted net to immobilize that guy, because he's going right next and is going to attack me. Well, I guess that's what he deserves for a stupid player playing him. So he's going to move right up and attack the Tinkerer. Well, thankfully it was only 2 damage, but that's right, he does get to attack twice. So Bandit Archer probably won't be able to attack this round, yeah. All right, so Craigheart's in a tough position. Oh, this is pretty good, though. So I can move. Yeah, and then now I get to heal all my adjacent allies 1 hit point, which fully heals the Spellweaver and does a little bit of good healing to the Tinkerer. And now I kind of have and then I get to attack adjacent enemies. So might as well do that. Missed. Well, at least I drew my ×2. So at this point, I think I'm just going to do a... let's see what cards he has left. Not much. So if I drank my potion, it wouldn't really do me that good. I can't really set up anything good. I am going to do a basic attack because at least I know I'm not going to draw a miss. I mean, I did draw a 0. That's not great, but that's okay. Spellweaver is going, and she's long rested, and so now at this point I've got to just get rid of something. I think I'll get rid of one of my... Man, these are they all have their uses, but I'm going to burn Frost Armor just because it's not a really high damage card. I'll get rid of the throwing knives, even though ranged cards might be pretty good for such a big dungeon like this. Okay, so now at this point, Craigheart has to short rest or long rest. Ooh, man. And I need to get those abilities back too. Well, I could use my Empowering Talisman to get something back, but I am going to go ahead and long rest. It's kind of a calculated risk, but because there's only one melee guy in the door and then the only archer is pretty far back, I might be okay. I just have to make sure that I get rid of or control this bones here. I think at this point I could do an Impaling Eruption and then hit at least the 2 melee guys. So now I just have to use my bottom attack to get an attack 2. So definitely I'm going to be doing some big damage, hopefully. All right, so we're going to get... We're going to get the... Actually, so I'm going to use Flanking Strike to go early and move fast, and then I'm going to use the Swift Bow to attack range. And then after this turn, I'm going to be stuck if I can't get her up there. All right. It's possible the Tinkerer could move back and grab this gold so that the Scoundrel can get up there. Okay, so this is kind of a great setup for this round because the Living Bones is going to be shielding and healing and not attacking. So I've got a little break from the attacks. The Bandit Guards are kind of doing the same. They're shielding and attacking. So nobody's moving except for the Archer, and she's only going to be able to do 1 damage attack. She'll probably get within range, but that's just the only attack I'm going to have to deal with. The problem is that I've got to try to burn this bones down before it gets a chance to heal and shield up. So I'm going to move up here. And then we're going to get the Swift Bow going. There's really nothing I can do. All right, 2 damage is all that's going to happen. So he is going to get to heal that back, pretty much. And he's got an extra shield. So cool. Bandit Guards are just huffing and puffing. All right, Tinkerer. This is when we're going to get the Tinkerer out of there. The question is, do I want to use my crank bow just yet? Yeah, might as well. So we're going to move him back. Oh, that should have immobilized him. Maybe I just skipped that action accidentally. I did not mean to. All right, so we're going to do the crank bow, and then more than likely this is going to kill him, right? So, but I'll use my eagle eye goggles just to make sure. Guarantee it a little bit more. Yeah, +1 will do it. So this lets everybody else move forward. And of course the bandit archer, ooh, miss. But now we can at least get up there to her. Okay, so now we got the Impaling Eruption situation again. So I can't use the bottom of Flame Strike anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and move up here. I'm not going to be able to hit everybody I want to hit. Let's see. Maybe I can think about this. If I move here, I can either hit the archer or I can hit the guard, and that's a big waste with Impaling Eruption, really. So maybe it'll be better if I just move up here normally and then do a flame strike to at least hit this guy. It's a pretty good hit. I didn't get to do the wound, but all right. So if we use let's go ahead and use our stamina potion. Get those cards back. Wait. Oh, I just get one back. So I'm going to go ahead and get Impaling Eruption back. Prolongs my life a little bit. I could just turn invisible. Nah, I won't just yet. She should be able to go early enough that I could do it next round if I need to. All right, so Craigheart is resting. So many good cards. I think I might go with Dirt Tornado. I like Dirt Tornado, but it's not a great damage card for sure. Okay, so I want to move fast. Huh. Let's use Rumbling Advance to move fast. And then... Man, I've got to use my Mana Potion this time so I can do its Unstable Upheaval. So we'll use Rumbling Advance, get close, and then... hopefully attack with Cleave the Way and the... Well, or Heaving Swing. Let's try that. We'll try the old Impaling Eruption again. See if that works. Now she can move pretty fast with Backstab. But that's a burn card. Huh. So the Tinker's going to go ahead. Okay, so here's finally... So this is the thing I've been looking for forever. Hey, Zergy, how's it going? Potions. So here's the thing I've been looking forward to. Now I can short rest with the Tinkerer, thankfully, finally. Because now they have this new system where, if you didn't notice, all of your cards that are discarded are now, instead of being placed in the same area as your regular cards, they're placed in a new discarded section, and the burn cards are placed below that, so you can definitely see at any time what you've already burned, what you have left in your discard, and then what you have left available. But the best benefit is that with the Tinkerer now, I can short rest without having to switch my my resolution. Okay, that's my favorite thing. I don't have to worry about that anymore. So he definitely needs to move fast. I don't think I can use a hook gun for anything useful. I can definitely use the enhancement field to do some big damage. Maybe I just need to do a stun shot, though. Yeah, maybe I need to stun shot the living corpse. So we'll do a big move, though, somehow. Well, the stun shot's a pretty early move. All right, finally, done with the selection. Okay. So we've got movement, range attack, Move, attack, move, attack. Yeah, big attacks and moves all around. Thankfully, all of my characters get to go first, so maybe we'll whittle this down a little bit. Okay, so Scoundrel's going to be able to move up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit anybody with that attack. Well, I'm thinking ahead of the Craigheart's attack, but well, let's make sure we get rid of the range guy or girl. Skip the rest of our movement. Do single out. This should be 3 damage. Yeah, because he doesn't have any allies next. She doesn't have any allies next to her. I'm going to go ahead and use the poison dagger. Start some poison. I could. Yeah, let's go ahead and. I usually forget to use my. We'll use the swift bow just because that's such a big damage card. So the thing about this leather armor, the next 2 times you are attacked, the attacker gains disadvantage on the attack. Okay, well, let's see if we can actually make that happen this time. Because I feel like that hasn't been getting used for some reason. Okay, so I'm going to move up here. The Tinker is going to be out of the way, but still able to cast a stun on the biggest damage dealer. Although they're all going to do pretty good damage. Okay, so he's out of the game. All right. So at this point, we've got Impaling Eruption, and the best way to attack is always with a space and then an enemy and an enemy and an enemy. But the next best thing is at least 2 enemies. So this is about as good as it's going to get. So we'll attack, hopefully kill the guard, which we did. We did do that. This guy took a little bit of damage, 1 damage, and then now we can move up. Not have to worry about getting attacked. Now Craigheart is going to, man, So we're going to just have to do a basic move, but use our boots, get up here. I was hoping to push this guy, but I don't think it's going to let me push him sideways. And if I push him back, I only get push 1. I need to enhance that to make it a push 2 for sure. All right, so we'll go ahead and use our potion so we can add extra damage, but that's a pretty good hit. Unfortunately, he won't get pushed into anything, so didn't get the XP and the extra damage from that, which wouldn't have killed him, but would have done pretty well. Okay, so she just attacked for a damage, 1 damage. That's not too bad. And the guard is kind of stuck for now. Living Corpse was stunned, so now we're just... Now I'm going to use the Unstable Upheaval in order to... Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful card, because everybody, if I just move up 1 space, I'm going to be able to hit everybody. Oh, I won't be able to hit the guard in the back, but oh well. Let's see, do I have a jump move? I do. Yeah, I mean, this will destroy the object I move through, but it is a jump, and I'll get within 2 range of everybody this way. And then I'll be able to burn Unstable Upheaval and do a big hit on everybody. All right, so the Spellweaver is going to move and make it a jump, and then she'll, I don't know, Fire Orb everybody. All right. We've got some more attacks that we can pull off. And then an attack on the bottom that we can pull off. The poor Tinkerer just has to kind of figure out what to do. He wants to be part of the fun. So we'll heal everybody. You can do that just by moving up there. And then we'll just have him get some kind of attack on somebody who's left. All right. So the guard is once again not moving, which is good. So I just need to stay away from him. Living Corpse should be dead. Archer should be dead. But the Archer's going first and then setting a trap down, which is going to suck. Oh, but Craigheart's going first, so there probably won't be a trap. Oh, we'll see. There might be a trap. Okay, so we'll move here because that puts me within 2 range of everybody. And then that's going to destroy the obstacle and give me XP. Clears a little way for... Oh, but apparently the obstacle... Oh, there it goes. Okay. Fortunately, that was a lost card, and this other card is a lost card as well, but I think it's worth it because I'm going to hit everybody for 3, which should pretty much kill everybody but the guard, maybe. Wow. I missed and did not do much damage to anybody else, really. For 2 lost cards, that wasn't very great. Oh, a +2. That's a huge amount of damage. Okay. Well. All right, the Tinkerer. I mean, this is good because now the Tinkerer has something to do. We've got a move heal. Oh, I guess I didn't get to do my other heal, but that's okay. So we should probably finish off the Living Corpse before we do anything else. Oh, -2. I should have just stunned him with that, just in case, but I was sure that I could have killed him. Man, this sucks too, because I could have had 2 attacks with the Scoundrel. Alright, so we'll move up here. I could disarm a trap for some XP, but we'll just do the basic attack, try to get rid of this Archer. I did not... I thought that the Living Corpse was down. I did not realize he was hurt that bad. Okay. Alright. Or I didn't realize he was still active. Let's put it that way. Well, the only thing I can do... I can move here and use my fire orbs. The attack on the Living Corpse is going to be at a disadvantage, but hopefully there'll still be enough damage. All right. Well, there you go. All right. Well, I should be able to move and open the door. The last room doesn't look too big, but we'll get in there and cause some trouble with some burn cards. Well, we won't use a burn card right away. We'll just use a regular move. We've only got 2 card choices with the Spellweaver. We've got the Swift Bow. Not a lot of movement options left with the Scoundrel. Definitely need to get the Tinkerer up there, so I'm going to go ahead and use my big move 6. in order to move fast up to the room, and then we'll just pop off something awesome like the net shooter. So, all right, so the Spellweaver. Man, I'm not going to get to use that that fire, but maybe I'll have the Craigheart start some fire for her. All right. Man, the Scoundrel's going early too. She's not going to be able to do much. And of course the Tinkerer is going. Okay, so the Tinkerer is going to hopefully get... I am going to go ahead and use the boots just in case I need them once I get into the room. Whew. Ooh, that's all of his movement. There are a lot of things in this room. So I'm going to use my net shooter just to immobilize these 2 guards. Oh, yeah, maybe I could stun them too. They aren't going to be able to move to actually attack me. So none of these guys are really going to move and attack. I mean, the only one that really is the archer. It's kind of a crazy idea just to attack her, and all it's going to do is immobilize. But she has a range 6, so she's going to be able to hit me anyway, even if I immobilized her. But is it possible that I could kill her? Oh, I could just add a stun to it. Yeah. So I'll add a stun to the attack. Okay, so we'll add a stun to the attack, and then now she can't go. And it does some pretty good damage. So I can refresh all of my spent items, but I don't have any except for my boots. So that's it. End of the Tinkerer's turn. So all of the bones and the guards. Oh, you know what? The guards are going to get to go. Oh, no, they're only moving 1. Okay. Guess I thought they were moving more. It's the regular guards that can move and hit me. Yeah. So I will get hit once, but no damage. Great. Okay, so Craigheart. Whew. So he can move 3, but not very far. Not all the way. So now at this point, all allies and enemies. Okay, so I can hit somebody 3 away. The problem is that, unfortunately, I'm going to hit my friend. But that's what's got to happen, unfortunately. I'll probably move the Tinkerer out of there next round, so... Hello, Kachow Man. How's it going? I know the -2 modifiers are so infuriating. All right, so everybody adjacent took 1 damage, but that meant my Tinkerer did too. Okay, so I definitely need to get Craigheart in there. I can use my big move 4, but that's going to hit my allies again. That's all right. I mean, I think the Tinkerer should be able to go early. Yeah, I'll just do the Toxic Bolt. And maybe I'll do a Flamethrower. Can I hit? Flamethrower is always so hard to... No, I can't. I don't think I can hit both of those guys with my Flamethrower. So, I don't have anything else. The only way I could hit them with the Flamethrower is if I moved up 1. So that kind of sucks. So maybe I'll use Toxic Bolt just to move out of there. And then I'll use some kind of healing or something. All right, so we've got Craigheart. We don't know what. Huh. I should probably just short rest with the Spellweaver. Looks like my fastest move card is a jump, move 4 jump. Then I can hopefully hit somebody. Scoundrel's going to have to short rest as well. Lost my swift bow, which sucks, but okay. So with flanking strike or backstab, I can move pretty fast. Okay, so I can get in there for sure. Now the question is, what do I want to do once I'm in there? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll flanking strike and then backstab to get the XP and then do a huge attack the next round. We'll see. I don't know. Whew. There's a lot of moving and attacking. Everybody's moving and attacking. So we'll definitely want to move the Tinkerer back so that we only have one Malay enemy in the door at a time. Then we just have to kind of worry about the archer. Okay, so we know we're going to use. Now, why didn't I thought I picked my ability to go invisible? Man, how did I not pick that? I cannot move up there with this. That's crazy. I can't believe I did that. Hello, Arius. How's it going? I can't move up there and with that much damage without going invisible. All right. Well, that was a terrible. Okay. So we took 1 damage. Thankfully, it wasn't an immobilization as well. That would have sucked. Okay, so I'm definitely going to heal the Scoundrel because she's going to be in the room doing some damage. And then I need to move the Tinkerer back. That way we don't have a bunch of guys able to hit anybody. We just have 1 melee, and it's going to be the Bones. Unfortunately, it's going to be a big attack on everybody. Oh, now come on. 4 damage. Man. Load of baloney. Okay, so the Spellweaver can move up. And she can do a pretty big attack. I guess I want to work on this. Miss, of course. Of course. Okay, so the thing I want to do is I want to remember that Craigheart needs to. I wish I could see her spell cards that she has left, but Craigheart needs to try to. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to cast a mana. I'm going to get the old flame out. Now the cool thing is we have earth magic, so let's see. We could either do an attack with push. We could do a jump. It's going to damage my allies that are nearby me. But when I land, it's going to hit pretty hard. Oh man, there's so many good options. But I am going to be stuck in there with a bunch of guys. Oh, I guess this is the end of the round, so. Yeah, maybe we'll just stay where we are and heal ourselves since we're tanking. And then we'll just, we'll crater somebody. We'll crater this guy and then push him back into the trap. Oh, that's right. You got to do the full push, which kills him. All right. So it looks like he's going to have to probably do a short rest. No, let's do a short rest. That way we get to do more stuff. Huh. I really want to do backup ammunition so I can get these multi-attack range attacks happening. I am going to move and heal, so that means he's going pretty late. The Spellweaver can use that flame and get a cold fire going, which is going to be a good attack. Now the question is, what's going to happen with the... And of course, I don't have winged boots. Huh. Oh, but she's adjacent to somebody, so I can do an attack on both top and bottom. Yeah. Okay. Movements, attacks. It's all the same. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Scoundrel doing an attack on the bottom. Gives me an XP. Only 1 damage, but, what else can you ask for with a shield and enemy? Now this is going to do 5 damage, so this should be good. All right. Now she is going to use her heal ability. Give herself 1 HP just before she rests. I think she's getting close to rest. Man, good thing I did that because that 1 damage kept me from having to lose a card. Okay. So I can attack at a 2 for no damage, but at least I drew my ×2. So now I'm going to use the flame to add +2 attack. So now I should be able to hit these guys for 3. All right. Now what sucks is this elite guard is going to be able to move in there, but I mean, I'm really only again having to handle 1 melee attacker at a time, so I'm kind of at an advantage. Although I have to be careful, the Spellweaver is going to take a hit. I'm sorry, I mean the Scoundrel is going to take a hit, so I gotta figure something out with the Tinkerer. Maybe I can have the Tinkerer go ahead and step up and take some hits. Just for once. Which sucks because that means I'm not going to get the... Oh, man, what am I doing? All right, well, we'll pull this archer up close. So that maybe some melee attacker can get up there and hit her. We'll immobilize her too. Ooh, ×2. Nice. Yeah, so the guard, basically there's just 1 guard. He did 4 damage, but at least he didn't go up and kill the Scoundrel. All right, so at this point, I'm going to heal everybody, at least 1. Skip the attack, and then get my backup ammunition, which adds multi-target, charged up. Okay. So I need to get the Tinkerer out of there. So I'm going to short rest. So I lost my stun shot. That might be worth keeping. So I'm definitely going to stun shot and then move back. And that's pretty early. So then Craigheart can hopefully move up. And we'll do the heaving swing. Push somebody into some shit. All right. Spellweaver's going to short rest as well. Oof. Don't want to lose Reviving Ether. So I have to lose that one. Yeah. Not much left to choose from. She may need to do her Reviving Ether very soon. Boy. Not sure how this is going to work. Okay. Bandit Archer is going to go pretty quickly. Interesting. She didn't retreat back. I guess she... Oh, she's immobilized. That's why. Usually they'll retreat back so they're not shooting at disadvantage. But okay, so at this point, the one range person is already gone. So if I stun this guy that's nearby me, then that means... Ooh, okay, well, that's the ultimate stun. But unfortunately, that means since he's dead, somebody else is going to come move in there. So I'm just gonna move back and heal adjacent allies so they can tank a little bit. Well, at least Craigheart can tank. So now the Spellweaver can attack 2, but apparently doesn't have line of sight. Sad. Huh. I feel like I should have line of sight to that hex. That's kind of cheap. Because I can draw a corner from my vertex to one of hers, but whatever. Oh, but now I can attack at range. This seems odd. Oh, that's right. I didn't realize she's too far away. She's one. I was counting from the scoundrel space, so she's not close enough. My bad. So I am going to move up with the Spellweaver because she needs to do some damage here. But I'm not. I'm going to make her invisible, so she's going to kind of block the doorway. We're just kind of down to the last 3 guys anyway. I think we're at a turning point for sure. So this is where I need to either use... I don't have any good range cards this turn, so I definitely need to move up. And man, once again, I'm not going to be able to push somebody. Oh yeah, I can. No, I don't think I can push him into an obstacle. Man, this is a bummer because I'm going to miss, and then I'm not going to be able to push him into an obstacle, which sucks. Man, that's so dumb. Wow, that's a huge amount of damage for that. Okay, so I'm going to move 5. It's definitely going to move her in here. And then my next attack, I'm going to go invisible. And then the next time I attack, it's going to be like double attack. And I'm going to get XP and everything, so it's a huge setup. All right, Living Bones didn't do anything, I guess. All right, so now we've only got 2 cards with Craigheart. I'm going to short rest. Yeah. So now I've got to play my Reviving Ether. The Scoundrel. Huh, that's interesting. On my next attack while invisible. Okay, so I definitely need to short rest because otherwise I'm going to go out of invisible. I'm not going to get to do my big hit. All right, so I got to pick my biggest hit here. Probably this one is going to do 5 if an ally is nearby, which I should be able to negotiate that. But I'll pick Quick Hands just as a Well, maybe I'll do Thief Snack. Oof, so somebody better get up there. Let's see. Nobody's going to be able to. Let's see if we can get. Wow. Nobody's going to be able to move up there. Well, we'll see how it goes. Man, I have lost all my speed cards with the Tinkerer. All right, so the rogue is going to go. So let's see how this goes. She's going to do on my next attack. So it's just the next attack. So I'm only going to get. Oh, he's not adjacent to any of his allies. So that's going to be 5 damage. So that's going to be double. So it's going to be 10. Yeah, that's worth it. Yeah. But then, yeah, he took one off for a shield. So I can't attack, but I can definitely get the money. Spellweaver definitely needs to do Reviving Ether. And then we'll have her move over here and get this money. That lets the Tinkerer move up, thankfully. I don't know if he can hit anybody, but we'll see. It'd be nice if I could hook gun somebody near, but I can't. Cool. This is going to be perfect opportunity to pull this guy into a trap. All right, Craigheart. So this is where I can do extra damage. Ooh, and I've got Earth to use, so I can definitely push people too. But I think I'm only going to be able to push one person. Yeah, that's okay though. So I need to move up close. So I'll move up here. And then skip the rest of my movement. I'm going to do push 2 on both of these attacks. That's going to give me XP. So we'll hit both these guys. And I think I get XP every time I do my range attacks too. Yeah. So this guy's going to get pushed back here on this trap. Almost dead now. Yeah, the Scoundrel is just amazing with that card. It's crazy. And Craigheart's amazing in terms of tanking now with that ability. Definitely going to short rest. So I gotta keep using the range attacks because they're so good now that I've got that ability triggered. Do I have any more push or anything? I don't think I do. That's okay though. Okay, so at this point, Spellweaver needs to use her big hits. Her greatest hits. Okay, so I'm going to get the old Frost Armor set up and then maybe an Impaling Eruption. It's not going to do... Well, maybe Fire Orbs can hit a little bit more. We'll try to set up somebody to do the old lost card recovery. Nothing on the top, though, unfortunately. Okay, so we're just kind of trying to milk as much XP out of this as we can. If I don't move, though, I'm not going to be able to... So there's no point in doing Frost Armor because she's probably not going to hit anybody. Or she's probably not going to get hit. But at least with Frost Orbs, I can hit the bones. Probably kill him. Yeah. And then we'll just try to gather up the rest of the gold. Oof, there's some gold back here. Oh, we can't do that. So we'll miss one pile of gold, but you know what? It's better than dying. Oh, I guess we'll miss a couple piles of gold. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this for XP. That lets Spellweaver get a card back that's lost. I think the only one I can get back is Fire Orbs. There are some lost cards that are like perma-lost cards, so it doesn't matter if you have the ability to get a lost card back, you're never getting that one back. And so the Reviving Ether for the Spellweaver is one of those. Can't do the attack 3, but good XP. Good XP. Let's see if we can get over to one of these gold piles. I think I can make this one with the quick hands. Moving is easy. All right. So pretty good haul of gold, I think. Another gang of bandits destroyed, but you feel as if they are becoming ever more brazen. All right. Move 300 hexes. Wow, I cannot believe I've played enough to move 300 hexes. I don't even know what that is going to get me. Getting close. Widowmaker. Oh, you know what I forgot to look at? I forgot to look at what abilities or what achievements I need to work toward with my different characters so I know how to unlock perk points. Lots of stuff going on. Ooh, the scoundrel moves 120 hexes. That's got to be one of her achievements. Okay. Thanks, Joe. All right. So unfortunately, I think every time I say, hey, man, I'm going to promise that I'm going to try to get more than one dungeon done a session, but it's just not working. it's These sessions are going really long, but I think it's because I'm controlling 4 characters myself, and um, there's just so much to do in between missions as well, and set up kind of in between missions. But that's okay, we're having fun. We're checking out some stuff. I got to consume elements or deal non-combat damage to enemies. That's interesting. So I'm assuming that's the one, like the damage where you just move and do collateral damage. Um, Infusing elements, tinker, places, yeah, or heals. So, I mean, it's kind of like some of the more natural abilities. Yeah, I just got to try to work those in. Okay, so I moved 300 hexes, and my reward is a jump enhancement. So now I can add jump because I'm so good at moving. I can just add a jump enhancement to any movement or ability card now, which is cool. I like that the enhancement abilities have to be unlocked. Right now there's 16, so I've got to try to unlock, things like immobilize, which is cool. I have to do immobilization abilities to unlock immobilize. Same with earth elements, muddle. I like that they're kind of like a natural progression of what you're probably complete the 6 elemental masteries, and I get any element reward. Okay, so that's just consume 15 or 20 of the other things. Yeah, it looks like 15 of the other elements, and then I get the mastery one. That's cool. We got some relics that we're working towards slowly. Kill quests, get us some gold. So yeah, I think I'm kind of naturally working toward things like damage on attacks, um, Spellweaver killing enemies with range attacks. That's going to be happening all the time. So we'll keep working on those for sure. I think I won't have to necessarily keep track of them because I know they're going to happen. And we've gotten, so the cool thing is, yeah, it looks like there's a new job. Bandits on the prowl. A small group of bandits is raiding nearby. So what I'm curious about, why I keep trying to do the jobs, is I'm interested to know in knowing if you're just going to kind of be able to do them infinitely. Oops, I didn't mean to travel there. Well, now I'm going there. You head into a forest nearby, following the tracks to the bandit camp. They are hard to find, although this won't be a most dangerous group adventurers you'll face. You'll still be on your guard, like as a capricious lady. I guess I can't skip this dungeon. Let's see. Well, all right. Well, I think I'm going to be ending here for tonight. Um, But we're definitely gonna. I'm gonna try to do a few more jobs. Try to get the scoundrel up maybe a little more even with the other characters, and then I'm gonna switch in the. I guess it would be the brute. The bandits seem ill prepared for your visit, but they draw their weapons and prepare to defend themselves. Whew. All right, so we have another dungeon, regular dungeon level. That's good. All right. Well, I guess that's it. Yeah, thanks, Sergey, for joining me, and all of you for joining me. I'll be back next Tuesday. I usually stream on Tuesdays. Occasionally, I have work things that end up getting in the way, so I have to move it to Thursday. But usually, we'll be back on Tuesdays. I can't see anything conflicting anytime soon. We'll be back doing some more Guildmaster mode, jumping right in, seeing what we get. I feel like the progression is going pretty well. You definitely get to a point where eventually you level up quite quickly at first, and then it seems like it kind of starts to spread out a little bit. You have to do a few more dungeons before you level up and get more perks. But then that also kind of lets you work on dungeon runs in order to get money, to get better gear, and then I'm hoping soon to. I should have spent my money. I probably have a lot of money I didn't spend, but oh well. Got to finish gearing up the scoundrel and then spend some money on some enhancements probably. All right. Until then, I will see you guys next week and have a great week and I'll see you then. Bye.